Hey guys, it's Kelsey. Welcome back to How to Kill a Kit with Style. This is my October layout share. I'm actually surprised this month. I started out with a super tiny kit because I already had a lot of videos this month for Leah in my Mojo series, so I knew I wasn't going to do a whole bunch of extra layouts, but I still wanted to play along. I started out with Rebecca's Felicity Jane Rebecca Collections 6x6 pads and a couple extra things. You can watch my kit share if you want a refresher, but we'll go over at the end what's left over from that. Long story short, I made 7 layouts using that teeny tiny kit. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's mostly because my kit had 6x6, I had to pull in full sheets to compensate, and then I could pretty much just use my 6x6s for layering. So it actually stretched pretty far, and I'm really pleased about that. I pretty much used that collection to scrapbook this photo shoot with me and Billy from 2011, I think. And then I also used it to finish up my mom's wedding photos for my album. I haven't even started on her album yet, because I need her to print the pictures. But for my album, I did 4 pages, I think, for her. Some of them you won't see until next month because they're in collaborations, but I wanted to get the rest of them used up with this super pretty kit. So I'm just gonna flip through the layouts so I can show you what I made, and then we'll go over what I have left over. The first layout I made was for Scrap 5. I really love this one. I really got to dig into the vellum hearts. I got to use all of these pumpkins that were from, I think, the Harper collection from Felicity Jane. A really cute tag, this lovely flare that Lisa sent me, and these really cute alphas too. I really tried to do something kind of different on all my pages. I cross-stitched on this one, but I also used my India ink instead of normal like Heidi Swap Mist to do my inking, and I love it because it's so matte and black, and I just think that added such a cool finishing effect. So this was layout 1. Layout 2, more simplistic, but I did something kind of different where there is not a 12x12 paper on this layout. I used 2 of these soft wood grain bits and just pieced them together, and then I used my photos here to pretty much cover up the gap. But yeah, I really just made this whole page with 6x6s, and because this is all the same day, I wanted to have these layered hearts, kind of a running theme. And since I used all the pumpkins on this page, I decided to pair them with little wood veneer hearts from Redefine Creative, and I just think it turned out so cute. It's such a simple page, but I love the contrast with how bright and deep the photos are, and then how soft and airy the layout is. Your eyes just go straight to the photos, and I love that. I'm also super happy I got Madison used up. I love the Felicity Jane girls, and sometimes they can be tricky to get on a page, but I've really been enjoying using them. And then for finishing touches, I just pulled in some blues since the photos were blue and everything else is pretty much pink and neutral. So that is layout 2. Layout 3 was for Stretch the Sketch, so I had to make an 8.5 by 11 layout. I didn't have to make an 8.5 by 11 layout. I just had to change the 12 by 12 sketch into a different proportion. So I decided to smush it down into an 8.5 by 11. So this was my original layout. I'm really happy I got to use so many of these really cute rubber tags. I got 4 of them on this one page. And then I got the second word because I got one of the words from the embellishment kit on layout 1. So I used the second one here. And then once I matted it on my 12 by 12, I really felt like the white was too plain and I needed something to connect my challenge layout with the 12 by 12 that would go in my book. So I just added this one horizontal strip with a border punch and decided to just cross stitch across the whole horizontal line just to pull it all together and make it seem cohesive. So I really like how that turned out too. I really wanted to get this floral from the Rebecca collection on one layout as like a main layer, so I was really happy I got that used. And then this 8.5 by 11 I pulled in from my stash, so that's another one. This was one that this is why I made so many layouts. It's such a small kit, because this is one 6x6 that I cut into 2 pieces, and then this was a scrap from this layout, so I really didn't have to pull in a new piece of paper for this pink layer. And then the black and white I pulled in from the 6x6 grab bag. So I really only used one 6x6 from the Rebecca kit that I started with for this whole layout, but I got a lot of fun embellishment on here, so I was really pleased with that one. This one, I really wanted to focus on some of the products in the kit that I knew I would get stuck on. I wanted to go ahead and like focus on them as a main part of the page so they weren't left over at the end of the month. So that was the leopard print. I decided to go ahead and make a page that was more centered around this pattern so that I could pull in the leopard print vellum pieces and the orange vellum hearts. I had a really hard time this month using things that were orange and things that were green because I really leaned more towards these soft pinks and wood grains and blacks versus those kind of colors. So by making this leopard print a main layer, I was like, okay, you're gonna use a leopard print, you're gonna get those vellum hearts on there that are orange and leopard, and then that also helped me get in this little orange tab from the Madison kit. So that's pretty much this page. Again, just trying to play around with how I can layer with 6x6 and get creative. So this is one of the other things I did a lot this month where I kind of had a large horizontal bit and then I just layered a couple scraps along the vertical, but that's kind of hidden by the original piece, so you really can't see how small they are. And both of these were from the grab bag as well as this little heart layer. But yeah, this one I think turned out really fun, and I'm glad I got to kind of pull this softer collection into this darker, brighter, I don't know, more fun type of layout. So there's that one. This one, I again wanted to really focus on this beautiful floral that's in the collection and really pull in all of the reds that were in the kit. So this one, I needed the floral, so I kind of had that ready orange ready so that I kind of had leeway to pull in orange without it looking out of place. So I pretty much just used a bunch of scraps on this layout to do some fun layering, and I made sure to get all of the red vellum hearts used. I got my last pink vellum heart used, and then these really cute orangey red chipboard hearts from the, I think this was also the Reagan collection, I got on here too. So I'm glad I got those pulled in from another kit. I feel like they coordinated really nicely because these kind of doodly nature of these hearts go really well with the doodly floral from the kit. So there's that one. Again, this is a Reagan 6x6 I pulled in from the grab bag, and then I decided to pull in some washi too. So I'm pretty sure this was my layout for Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and my layout ended up turning out a lot different than the original inspiration. But I love how this turned out. So there was kind of mixed media on the Off the Board with Pineapple Papers inspiration. So I kind of decided to do my watery acrylic paint splatter. I needed something that was gonna be opaque and stand up against this wood grain. I used a lot of wood grain backgrounds this month and a lot of different wood grain backgrounds, which was fun because I had the black wood grain, the dark wood grain, white cardstock, a light wood grain, there's another white wood grain, and I think there's a pink wood grain in here too. So it was a lot of fun pulling in so many different wood grains, but that just goes to show you how versatile it can be with one collection. So yeah, a lot of these things I pulled in from my inspiration for Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and that was like the washi mixed media in my original layering design, although it ended up super different than the original. This one was for Ronnie Sue's 2,000 subscriber hop. I scrap lifted one of my favorite layouts, or recent layouts from her. There's a lot of favorites that I have from Ronnie. But I took one of her recent layouts that I was just in love with and scrap lifted it. So that's in the beginning of this process video. But I really tried to stick with how she did her layering, how she did her embellishment. I used this photo of Billy from when we were at the dog park thinking like, hey, there's a lot of green in the photo, so maybe that'll help me use more green embellishment. And I did get 6 green ephemera bits used up from the Madison die cut collection, but I still had a lot of like florals left over, so at least I got them used up here. But yeah, and then this really cool film strip die cut is actually from Ronnie. She used one of these in her layers on her original, so I thought it would be a fun nod to use that on mine as well. But again, another puffy title, more of those cute hearts. I turned this little scrap of wood grain into a tag, so I pulled in some black and white twine to go with the theme. But I think this one turned out super cute. I loved Ronnie's original, so I obviously was gonna love what I made from it. So there's that one, and then this one I kind of just eked in at the end of the month. I had 2 6x6 layers left, and I had gotten some really fun Happy Mail from Allie that I thought would go perfect with this collection. So I just did some simple layering with the papers I had left, added another Reagan 6x6 to kind of beef it out a little bit. I got the rest of the vellum hearts on here, another rubber tag, these sequins, and this really cool chipboard banner, and this really pretty black heart vellum are all from Allie. And I think they really just held the page together and added a lot of special details that this page really needed, because it's for my mom's wedding and I wanted it to have a little extra special things on it. So that was my last one, but I thought that was pretty good for the amount of product I started out with, that I was able to create that much. So those are the layouts. What I have left over, this is pretty much what's left over of the paper, just a little, like some tiny scraps. So I didn't think that was that bad, but I started out with, I think, 12 6x6s. So yeah, those are the paper bits I have left over. And then the rubber tags, I started out with 9 and I have 3 left over, so I didn't think that was too bad. I really didn't think I'd have any of these left over by the end of the month, but because these 3 had green in them, I was really shying away from green in a lot of the pages I did, so I think that's why these 3 were left over. But I'm glad it's these 3, because these would look really cute together on a future page. So I have those 3 rubber tags left over. Die cuts I did not do as well as I thought I would, but again, this is the Rebecca paper with the Madison die cuts, and although a ton of the die cuts coordinated beautifully, which is why I pulled it in, a lot of them really are suited more towards the Madison paper. So these, as you can see, some of them are darker. This one has orange. A lot of these have these kind of brighter red, and there's a lot of green in here too, which I didn't really want to pull in on a lot of my pages. I really am surprised I didn't get this cute little circle story used up. I would have definitely used this pink one if it didn't have the wrong month on it. This was Madison was January's kit, and the paper pages I made were from, let's see, Billy's photo shoot was from October and Mom's wedding was in February, so I really couldn't use that one. I toyed around with maybe covering up that word and still using it somehow, but I loved this die cut because of the pink, so I'd really rather just wait and use it on a January layout so you could see it. And then as you can see, the florals are left over. These 3, just the style of the floral, I didn't think went with the collection. I really tried on many layouts to get these used up. But because of this bright red, the orange, the green, they didn't make it. But again, these will look really cute on another page. And because there's 3 of them, I can have 3 clusters where they're all gonna tie in and make a really cute balanced ephemera cluster. So that's what I have left over ephemera wise. And then I pulled in these super cute Harper wood veneer. I used all of the pumpkins, so all that's left are these really cute little hearts. So those will definitely get on a future fall layout. But I'm glad I got those pumpkins used up, because these have been in my stash for a minute. And then the Reagan chipboard hearts, I used all of those red ones. So all that I have left are the gold. And again, those will be really easy for me to use on my next layout that I have kind of gold as the metallic. So super happy about that. So there's that. And then my alpha is still kicking. I pretty much did an alpha on, I think, every page using this sheet. The first wedding page I did didn't have it, and this one didn't have it. But I mean, 5 layouts. I used this for the title, and look how much is still left. So definitely happy about that. This is a super cute alphabet. It's from the Jenny collection, and I have a whole nother pack of it too, so this will definitely go on future layouts. I love this puppy sticker. And then that's pretty much it. I do have my grab bag still, but I pulled in quite a few sheets from, but this is always nice to have in my stash, because whenever I'm doing a Felicity Jane kit or layout, I just need an extra piece of paper. One of these usually coordinates. So I used quite a bit of this month, but there's still a bunch left over. And then everything else I had that I was gonna pull in, I really didn't pull in any of this stuff, but I really didn't need to. I'm kind of surprised I didn't pull in this leopard print one since I did focus on that one layout, but I think that one leopard paper I did use, I felt like was enough. So I didn't really touch any of these, but that's okay, because I think I did really good on my actual kit. So that's what I have left over this month. That's what I made. Make sure you check out everyone else playing along with How to Kill a Kit with Style this month. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I have a really exciting kit that one of you guys actually sent me, and I've been having so much fun playing with it. I've only made one layout so far as I'm filming this because I'm trying to film ahead, but I had so much fun, so I can't wait till you guys see that kit and what I end up making with it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next process video. Bye.